Boom, boom. Thumbs up, yes. Everybody can see my screen. Okay, good. Thank you. I'm relying on y'all right here. Al and Cohen, y'all gonna have to blink once and twice to let me know that y'all can see the screen. Okay, if not, I'm gonna change it because I see Bill up there driving. Bill, stay safe, Bill, in your car. Okay, so let's get started. Boom, let me see if I can change the screen. Here we go. Can y'all see? Because Bill and them in the way, aren't y'all? Hold on, boom, there we go. Now you can see. There we go. Okay, because Bill's face and all y'all were, okay, let me know. So about me, you guys, really quickly, let me just say, I made some slides, but let me be honest, I really just talk myself, honestly. So boom, there we are. That's what we're gonna do. That is what we're gonna do. So I'm Ashley Pickens. I feel like this is my YouTube intro. I'm Ashley Pickens. I'm here in Memphis, Tennessee. You know what? Stop share. I'm here in Memphis, Tennessee, you guys. I have been in real estate since 2006. You guys, as a real estate agent, also as a real estate broker. Yes, 2006. This will be my 18th year in real estate. I've been a real estate agent. I've been a real estate broker over a firm with agents. And what people most know me for is I am an auctioneer, right? On YouTube, I am your auction mama on YouTube. I auction off foreclosures at the courthouse. That is what I do. I represent the attorneys that represent the banks. So I work here in Shelby County. I work in parts of Mississippi, and I'm in Nashville every once in a while auctioning, and like the little rural counties right here surrounding Tennessee, Mississippi is where I auction, you guys. So now we can jump in. Now I will share my screen and then we can skip over those slides, honestly. Okay, so let's get started. So that's about me. Yes, like I said, I auction here, Tennessee, Mississippi. By the end of this course, you guys, I'm going to teach you basically, we're going to figure out where you fit in this whole foreclosure phase. It's called get in where you fit in. That's what I was going to call it, but I didn't want it to sound like unprofessional. So let's see where we all fit in when it comes to the different phases of foreclosure. Okay, so I'm going to teach you a little bit about foreclosure and the opportunities at each phase. Okay, so let's get started. I think my little face is blocking, but that's okay, you guys. In real estate, let me start off with a good positive quote, because that's what you do when you have a masterclass. I have to inspire you in the beginning and teach you and keep you awake and entertained for this whole class. So in real estate, as in life, time waits for no one. Look at me in my quotes. As we enter the second quarter, remember, it's okay to do it scared, to feel the fear and take action anyway. Success often lies just beyond our comfort zones, you guys. And when it comes to foreclosures and working with people in the distressed market, I know a lot of us are like, it's the unknown. But I'm gonna like, look, you guys, when opportunities come, you're gonna have to seize them. Okay. And I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you. So let's embrace the challenge, seize the opportunity, and let's take this journey together. I did not write that, but it sounds real good. So let's keep going. Okay, so we're going to talk about what's going on in the housing market right now. Okay, you guys. So I like to share so we can all kind of be up to date on what's going on. Right now, we have, this is 2024. April started the second quarter. So first quarter, these are first quarter numbers. We have about 95,000 properties with foreclosure filings right now. That means they are somewhere in the foreclosure process. I believe that number is actually much higher than that, honestly. Lenders have started the foreclosure process on 67,000 US properties in the first quarter. That means that first notice of default has been filed. They are usually, when it comes to foreclosure, you have 3 months. If you get behind 3 months, then that's when the lender or the mortgage company will initiate foreclosure, okay? So they started the foreclosure process on 67,000 properties in the first quarter. They also repossessed, that means REO properties, 10,000 properties through foreclosure in 2024. So we've repossessed a little over, so it's about 3,000 a month. right now going into, well, for quarter one. And states that have the greatest number of REOs in 2024 so far. Let me know if your state is mentioned. Michigan is the number one right now with REOs, and that number is actually higher than that right now. Michigan is leading right now. I think it's about 1,300 in Michigan right now. If you see your state, let me know. I know you're California. California has 845 REOs, Pennsylvania 838, Illinois with 810, and Texas with 596. And I think it's just because a lot of properties are just not going up for auction right now. They're in the foreclosure process, but they get postponed. People file bankruptcy. A lot of properties are just not making it all the way to the end of the process, which is also known as REOs. But I believe that is going to change. That will change in the coming months, probably in the next year or so, for sure. For sure, for sure. So just to give you a little recap, I always do this in my master classes so you can kind of understand the real estate landscape in the past. So I always say in a typical real estate year, you guys, in a normal housing cycle, people buy homes, people sell homes, and people lose their homes. That is like the circle of life in the real estate market. That is just what we do, right? So in a typical year, you guys, we usually foreclose on about 150 to 200,000 homes every year. Typical year, 150, 200,000 homes. COVID hit, and then they put that moratorium, right? So we have not seen our typical foreclosure numbers in 4 years. They have basically stopped foreclosures for about the last 4 years. So when I say we typically foreclose on 150 to 200,000 homes in a year, you can imagine how many homes we probably have in the pipe that are just sitting. People who were in foreclosure when COVID hit and were saved, just our normal average 150 to 200,000 that we foreclose on normally. And then all the other factors that we have going on right now in our market with people holding on to, people got high interest rates, Airbnb people, investors, commercial, y'all, it's a storm brewing. Let me see that. I see the chat is going over there. Okay, I can't talk and do the chat because I get distracted. Y'all know I do. So let's keep going. So I always like to show this number. I did a video on this before, HUD's numbers. So in January, I'm not going through like the last 2 years. Just want to give you a little quick flashback, like a, what do you call it? Like a snapshot. That's the word I'm looking for, flashback, of our housing market, right? So January of last year, January 2023, we had 4.5 million homeowners behind on their mortgage and 5.2 million renters behind on their rent. January of last year, you guys. December, that was December, the end of last year, we had 4.5 million homeowners behind and 5.3 million renters. So like I always say, if you were behind in January, you were behind in December, right? So March, what is this? This is April. Last month, we had 4.2 million homeowners behind and 5.3 million renters behind. If you know me or if you've ever watched me, you know that I don't believe any of these numbers. I believe these numbers are much higher than what is being reported for sure. First of all, HUD is a housing survey. So they survey people. It's not like them pulling from Mr. Cooper and Wells Fargo and Bank of America. They aren't pulling from them. They are surveying people. And like I always say, they never asked me about my mortgage. So this is what a housing survey has provided, 4.2 million. I actually believe, like I said, that number is much higher than that. Because what I see, and I'll show you examples of what I see, or people who call me. Everybody knows that I auction, but I also help people in foreclosure if I can help them. I absolutely do. So that was March. Here's April. Right now, our current landscape is, they just said we have 4.4 million homeowners behind on their mortgages and 5.3 million renters behind. So I don't know, should we combine those numbers? So that's looking like we almost got about 10 million people behind on housing payments right about now across the country. And again, I think that number is much higher than it is, but that also lets you know when you think about renters being behind on their mortgage, what about these landlords, right? You know, like what about these investors who aren't getting rental payments, right? So it's a lot of people. All I can say is the rest of it's conducive for some turbulence in our real estate market. Look, you see how I'm trying to avoid saying the word crash because you know you're not supposed to say crash. And I'm not saying that I believe the market is going to crash. I'm just saying it's conducive for a downturn in the real estate market. I'm saying that the window of opportunity might open, is all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. So we have over 10 million people that have not paid for housing all year. Okay, is everybody still with me? Everybody still with me? Blink once if you're with me, blink twice if you're with me. Chris, I saw you blink. Thanks, Chris. Okay, so, and Al and Cohen. Okay, so let's move right along. Let's get the party started. So why did I make this masterclass, right? This is like my 7th masterclass, honestly. I've been doing them since November. Let me look at the chat real quick because I'm gonna jump in and then I promise. I see y'all blinking. Why did I just see everyone actually blink? Thank you, everybody, for class. Everybody gets an A for class participation over here today. So, okay. So here we go. Let's jump into why. Look, I'm trying to look at the chat and I get thrown off. Okay. So why this masterclass? Because let me say this. I get some heat sometimes. I can't lie. I do get heat if I post foreclosure numbers. You know, the trolls be trolling me, right? They're like, well, you're a part of the problem, Ashley. Why are you talking about foreclosures? You know, I get a little heat sometimes, but it is what it is, right? So this masterclass. So why did I make this masterclass? To teach us to identify opportunities in foreclosures. This is a really good example of why I hosted this masterclass. Because let's click on the link. Boom. Can y'all see the screen? Everybody see my screen? Blinking? Okay, cool. Everybody blinking? Okay. So this came out, when was April 16th? 2 days ago? Was that when April 16th was? Look at Fannie Mae selling off her. Fannie Mae sells non-performing loans, defaulted loans. They just started selling off their defaulted reverse loans. So my point is, and look, here we go. I don't know if y'all knew that Fannie Mae is selling off their defaulted loans to hedge funds. Hedge funds are buying up everybody's defaulted loans. So my point is, and look, you can read this. This is just one of their sales. They've had about 40 sales of selling off pools of defaulted loans, which means they're selling off people's homes that are in foreclosure, right? So I figured, and this just came out 2 days ago, so they're having another sale. So let me read this. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but this sale consists of 6,507 loans having an unpaid principal of 1.47 billion. Looks like it's some of Citigroup's defaulted loans. So, but these loans are loans that have been or are currently delinquent, but I guess the people have started back paying again. Because they usually sell them when the people are delinquent. So what is my point for even showing you this, you guys? I feel like, I know, like, it's horrible when people lose their house. Again, that is part of the real estate cycle, right? People buy, people sell, people lose their homes. But there also presents opportunity, you guys. Like during the last housing downturn, 2008, you guys, I was 22. That lets you know how old I am. But a lot of us missed that opportunity. But a lot of people who were ready for that opportunity got paid back in 2008. If you were ready for that downturn, I always hear about people who are like, I bought something for 50% off. I bought something. So look at me. I'm just out here trying to prepare us for when this next one comes, you guys. Because my point is, if we don't take advantage of the opportunity, I mean, hedge funds are going to buy them. So it's not like if we don't buy them, you know, y'all understand my point. Look, it's not me trying to talk about people who are in foreclosure, or because people do come for me. They come for me when you know, when I talk about foreclosures, but opportunity is coming for people, for us to buy properties, to build your portfolio. Because if you, I'm telling you who's buying them if you don't buy them. Hedge funds are picking them up by the boatloads, honestly. And look, if you got coins, y'all can register to bid for these on Fannie Mae's website. I'll share this link with you. They do it like every month, you guys. Every month they are selling off. And what do you think the play is? What do you think hedge funds are buying defaulted loans for? You know what I mean? Like, and it says in this that they have to, so it says that the people who buy them, they have to let the people who are living in them go through their loss mitigation. If they are behind, they have to foreclose on them correctly. But then again, who's watching these people? I mean, they could send these people a letter and put them out of their house. Let's be completely honest, right? I mean, when you got hedge funds buying defaulted notes, who's regulating them, right? So if you know somebody behind, tell them to communicate with their lender, because who knows who their servicer is at this point. But that's why I share, right? Like, I want us to take advantage of the opportunities, honestly, right? So rentals, but you're right, yeah. So I see y'all in the chat. I'm watching y'all in the chat. Yes. So that is why I share, to try to teach you, and maybe we can, you know, take advantage of some of the opportunities that come, because look, everybody else is what I'm saying. So let me get back. Here we go. Let me try to figure out how to get back to my screen. Y'all know I get lost. Okay, so let's keep going. So that's why I made the masterclass, because look, if y'all don't buy them, Blackstone is going to buy them, and the hedge funds are going to buy them. So let's keep going. So I work on the distressed market, you guys. That is my primary function. I don't talk about housing sales, you know, expired listings. I focus on the distressed market. That's pre-foreclosures, REO, auctions. That is my lane. That is what I enjoy, right? I've worked on the residential side for a decade, and now I'm on the distressed market side. So look, oh, you guys, you know, I like to show my little thing. Hold on, look. Y'all know I found this in the last masterclass. So here we go. I know, right? Don't let people find stuff new. So let's start. Because you know I always start with a good story. So once upon a time, y'all have met Steve before, but let's talk about Steve again. Steve, like a lot of people, lost his job during COVID, right? And is struggling to pay his mortgage. Let's talk about the foreclosure process for those of you that don't know how it works, right? Steve is 3 months behind on his mortgage, right? And like I said, that is typically when a lender will file that notice of default on you, right? But like I've said, we've got millions of people who have not paid their mortgage in like years. So once you get 3 months behind, you are in, this is that phase of pre-foreclosures, right? So pre-foreclosure, I'm not going to read these slides, but it's that first stage, the initial stage, the foreclosure process, when a homeowner falls behind on their mortgage payments, okay? Now, these are some things that I want you to remember. The homeowner still owns their property at this point, okay? That is who you have to talk to, because y'all call me and y'all are like, Ashley, if I post an auction property, I get so many messages about, can I make an offer? Can I call the attorney? Can I buy the property before it goes to auction? Before it goes to auction, you guys, the homeowner still owns that property. So if you want to make a deal on that house, guess who you have to talk to? The homeowner. That is the decision maker. Okay, everybody? So once they get behind on their mortgage, they are still the decision maker. So this is why I made this whole masterclass. I got this question from my girl, Allison. She said, Ashley, I'm a first-time home buyer, mom plus 2 kids, looking for an REO deal. Do you recommend I send out a letter or approach an REO homeowner? I've joined your YouTube webinar, and it seems like the letters are geared towards investors to distribute, not me. When I've mentioned REOs to agents, they don't really seem to want to do the work. What do you recommend? So this is where the whole vibe came from for this masterclass, because I think a lot of y'all are trying to see where you fit in when it comes to the foreclosure process, right? So Allison, thanks, Allison. I told her she was my muse for this class, right? So This masterclass will be for home buyers, real estate agents, and investors. And then you figure out where you fit in the foreclosure stage. So Allison is trying to figure out, she's looking for an REO deal. Do you recommend I send out a letter or approach an REO homeowner? So you guys, REO and homeowner, that's kind of like because an REO is when it's owned by the bank. So, but I get it. Y'all, some of y'all just don't you don't understand. So that's what I'm going to teach you in this class. So we're talking about the pre-foreclosure stage right now, where the homeowner still is the decision maker. So you would have to talk to the homeowner if we're in the pre-foreclosure phase, right? So Allison said, should I send a letter to the homeowner? So now, okay, I had to answer Allison's question because Allison, it's a couple things with Allison, like a lot of y'all, if you have not bought a property before, right? So as a person who has never bought a home before, do I recommend that you send a letter to somebody in pre-foreclosure? I'm going to say, honestly, probably not. That's probably not going to be your best route, right? Now, however, let me say there's different circumstances. Say you live on a street and like the house 2 doors down, you knew them. All of a sudden the grass getting kind of long. You don't know what's going on with the house. You heard maybe it's empty. Somebody got sick and you're like, ooh, that house, I like that house, right? Now, can you reach out and say, hey, Sally, I noticed the grass getting kind of long, just checking in. You thinking about selling or can I help? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Right? I would say absolutely you can do that. Now the part is if Sally says yes, of course I want to sell. I've gotten sick, I moved, I left the house, boom. As a first-time home buyer, you guys, I would strongly suggest if you have never bought a house in your life, you and Sally don't need to be trying to work out terms on a real estate deal. It's all I'm saying, right? Because Sally might say, yeah, you got to put down a deposit and, make the check payable to me and just put it in my mailbox and that can be your earnest money. And Allison gonna say, okay, I'm gonna write out the earnest money to you and put it in your mailbox. We all know you're not supposed to write the earnest money out to the seller and put it in their mailbox, right? But it's gonna be the blind leading the blind out here. So, but I would say if that happened, absolutely reach out to maybe a real estate agent or real estate attorney. I would definitely not suggest trying to negotiate a deal with you and a homeowner, especially if it's a homeowner in foreclosure, is all I'm trying to say. But could you do that? Absolutely. But also as a first-time home buyer, I told Allison, I said, do you really want a foreclosure or do you just want a deeply discounted property? Because I think that's what everybody, when you think foreclosure, you think deeply discounted. And you guys, not that we like being on the MLS, right? But right now in the market that we are in, you can absolutely, I hope everybody who is buying properties or is a real estate agent is negotiating right now in this market, is what I would hope that everybody is doing. So I would say if I was Allison, go find a property that's maybe been on the market for 60 days and negotiate with them instead of going to try to send out letters and talk to your neighbor and all that kind of stuff. Is what I would say as a first-time home buyer, is what I would say for sure. So, and absolutely seek legal counsel because it's going to be the blind leading the blind if a first-time home buyer is trying to talk to a homeowner in foreclosure and y'all trying to work out a deal. That's all I'm saying. So, but negotiate. If you're a first-time home buyer and you're just looking for a cheap property, you can look on the MLS, honestly, and just negotiate. I offered like $50,000 less on a property the other day for my clients, and we got it, is all I'm saying. So, as a realtor, I said it so wrong, and I'm a real estate agent, and I put an A between the L and the T, being a realtor and an investor. So let's talk about pre-foreclosures. If you want to target people who are behind on their mortgage, right? This can absolutely work for you because everybody knows that that's what I do. I do market to pre-foreclosures. That is one of my main lead generations for sure. Everybody knows that I send letters. Somebody was like, Ashley, do you call, text, and send letters? I do all of the above. I do all of the above. So for real estate agents, pre-foreclosures are a great listing opportunity for sure. And I will show you how to do it. Don't worry. So marketing, I know people who, I feel like these are investors, a lot of wholesalers, a lot of real estate agents. Direct mail, door knocking, cold calling. That's how you would get in front of these people. And for investors, absolutely. Pre-foreclosures work as a great, because a lot of y'all don't want to go to the auction. So my point is, you got to talk to the homeowner. You've got to talk to the homeowner once they get behind on their mortgage, right? So if you are a real estate agent or an investor, let me offer you this bit of advice real quick. I'm gonna stop share so y'all can see me. Listen, if you are working with a homeowner that is in pre-foreclosure, you guys, and you make a deal with them, the best advice I can give you is to make sure you talk to the mortgage company, okay? And I will tell you this, a lot of people don't know. Usually if you put a contract on a house that is in foreclosure or up for auction, it will postpone that auction. But you got to make sure you talk to the lender, right? You just working out a deal with the homeowner, they're signing. The bank has no idea that you're working out a deal with them. And I have auctioned off personally plenty of homes that were under contract because the lender did not know that they were trying to sell, right? And they working out deals and the lender has them scheduled. I have auctioned off plenty of properties that are on the market. I have heard of people, investors bought properties at the auction, went to unlock the door, and people drove up and was like, we just did a home inspection on this house. And they were like, I just bought it at the auction because the lender did not know that the homeowners were trying to sell. So I just want to stress, I cannot stress that enough. If you get into a deal with a homeowner in foreclosure, make sure the lender knows that they are selling, okay? Before y'all put up earnest money and do all that kind of stuff. So, okay, I'm looking at the chat too. Okay, you door knocking, cold call. I see y'all over there door knocking and cold calling. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. And go to the auction. There you guys see. Okay, let me share my screen before I get off and start looking in the chat. Y'all know how to do. So, okay, let's keep going. So, talk to the lender. Talk to the lender. What do I do? Look at me. Look at me right there. I send letters. I for sure send letters. I do all of the above. Text, send letters, call, all of the above. I do. So let's move right along. Do y'all want me to show you real quick where I find pre-foreclosure? Or y'all want me to show you at the end? Let me look at the chat. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Or later. Huh? Look at me. Huh?
Go ahead.
Yes, please.
Okay, thanks. Hold on. Was that a yes, go ahead, or yes, show y'all now?
Yes, show us now.
Okay.
Yes, show us now, please.
Okay, there we go.
Yes, show us now.
Okay,
us
there
now.
we go. So everybody's, I should have said blink. Okay.
Yes, show us right now.
Okay, I got y'all. We got a group presentation. Everybody's participating today. So let me show you guys. That's what I'm saying. We just gonna do the masterclass as it rolls. That's what we're gonna do. We don't have to go by. So everybody knows that, and I'm gonna share my screen in one more second. Let me pull it up. Everybody knows about, well, not everybody, but if you've seen me on YouTube, you know what site, this is the best site for, I'm about to share my screen. Here you go, you guys. PropWire, propwire.com. I will show you other ways, but this is going to be the best, easiest, fastest way for y'all to find distressed properties. PropWire, PROPWIRE. Somebody put it in the chat. PropWire.com. It is absolutely free. Free 99. Free 99. Free 99. I know a lot of y'all are familiar with PropStream. PropStream. If you're not familiar with either one of these, you guys, it is basically like Zillow for investors. Zillow for investors. Let me show you. I can show you better than I can tell you. So I know Jamal in Chicago. So Jamal, let's say Jamal is looking for you can put in Chicago, Illinois. You can put in a zip code. You can put in an address, a city, a county, a state. Okay, so any city, wherever you live, you can put that in. Then you can scroll over here to lead types. Everybody see me. You can filter it by absentee owners, adjustable loans, auctions. Look at there. Bank owned, empty nesters, all of the things. Let's do pre-foreclosures because that's what we are talking about. Chicago, Illinois, boom. Pre-foreclosures, boom. And then it brought up, Jamal, like, why are you not working these 2,635 people in Chicago? 2,635 pre-foreclosures, and it makes a list for you. Boom. And then you can click on the list. Look at it. There it is. There's 18526 South Maryland. If that interests you, then you can go, you click on here where it says owner, boom, and you can skip trace them for 10 cents. I saw somebody on Instagram talking about they skip trace for 99 cents. Y'all, don't you ever in your life pay 99 cents to skip trace, okay? 10 cents, and then you can, I hope don't nobody know Tedrick Rants. I'm sorry. If that is your cousin, I'm sorry, okay? Skip trace Tedrick, boom. You'll get his phone number, you'll get his email, you'll get Tedrick's whole life, okay? And then you can reach out to Tedrick however you want to. You can send him a letter, you can text him, call him. I don't know where Tedrick lives if you want to door knock him, but boom. And that is how you, and it made a whole list of them, and you can go through, you can click them and see, and boom, no matter where you live, there's another one. And if you need the owner, boom, Ola Clegg. I hope if Ola is your grandmother, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I am sorry if Ola is your grandmother. But propwire.com. Everybody with me. Everybody with me on propwire.com. I'm in the chat. Everyone's still blinking. Boom. Propwire. There you look at y'all. Look, I appreciate all y'all. Yes. So there we go. You gonna say, go ahead and do it. 60653. You can put in zip codes if there is a house that you are looking for. If y'all drive for dollars, I know a lot of people drive for dollars, and you find an address, you can put the address in. If you want to test it out, once you get off of here, log in and put your address in and see if it pull your information. 60653. Jamal, that's where you at. Jamal, you got 33 results that you need to be calling tomorrow that are in pre-foreclosure. So that is, you can put in an address, city, county. Boom. Everybody with me. 23 new messages. Y'all are with me. There you go. Yes, you're welcome. I'm trying to put y'all on because if you don't, the hedge fund's gonna buy them. So, I mean, we might as well, right? So you bought one. Good job, Jamal. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all better fix your credit. We ain't buying flat screens, okay? No flat screens. So I can't respond in the chat. Hold on, you guys. But PropWire, a lot of people use PropStream. If you're familiar with PropStream, same thing, but PropWire is free. PropWire is free. PropStream, I think, is $99 a month. So absolutely. So you can, and look, as we go along, you'll understand. Look, let's put in 90210. Beverly Hills. So as we go along, you guys, you can filter it. You can always come back to PropWire and put in auctions because we're going to get to auctions. Then when we get to REOs, you can come back here and do REOs, right? But for the most part, you're going to want to do pre-foreclosure so you can go directly to the homeowner. A lot of you all, especially investors and real estate agents, so y'all can get some listings. Okay, so everybody good on propwire.com. It is free. It is 10 cents to skip trace. Okay, somebody asked the other day, what is skip trace? That means you're like getting the people's information. That means you are like Inspector Gadget. Okay, that is what we are doing. It'll pull their email, it'll pull their phone number, email, their foreclosure information, all their information. So that is what skip tracing means. Look, there's a pre-foreclosure. Oh, you just can't see it. But anyway, let's move back along to the class. But PropWire, boom, save the site. Okay, let's get back to the class. Okay, we're still screen sharing. Okay, so remember Steve. We're back on Steve. So Steve was in foreclosure. Steve was in pre-foreclosure. He was behind 3 months. Boom. So Steve just got a certified letter in the mail. Now Steve is officially in foreclosure. That trustee, that attorney has sent him that notice of sale. His house is going up for auction. He is officially in foreclosure. Boom. Thought I would share these with you so you can all see what I'm seeing, the people that I'm helping. Can everybody see that? Blink, y'all blinking. Blink once if you can see it. Blink twice if you can see it. So, as you can see, most people, when they call me, they are not 3 months behind on their mortgage. Y'all see how much these people owe? As of February 1st, they were behind $25,074. That is what I'm seeing almost. The highest I have ever seen is $76,000 behind. The lowest I have seen is probably $16,000 behind on their mortgage is the lowest I have seen. Nobody has called me 3 months behind on their mortgage. No one. So that is, I figured I always try to give you an example so y'all know. This is when people call me, this is what it looks like. Here's another one. As you can see, do you see where it says right here how many days behind they are behind on their mortgage? Do y'all see that? Blink once if you can see it. No, y'all like, Ashley, I'm tired of blinking. 370 days behind on their mortgage. And they owe 370 days is over a year. So, like I said, I have not seen anybody behind 3 months on their mortgage. Everybody is behind a year, 2 years, probably 3 years since COVID, honestly, just to be completely honest with you. Okay, everybody's blinking. Thank you, you guys, for participating in the blinking. Okay, so let's keep moving. I was trying to look at the chat. Blink, blink. Yeah, 76,000, 90,000. You saw 90,000. People have not paid in 2, 3. Some people have not paid since COVID, since the moratorium, you guys. Like, and that's why I feel like I've had 2 clients, 2 phone calls that I've gotten where people are just walking away from their house. Because I guess when you open up your mortgage statement and it says you owe $25,000, $30,000, you're like, how can I ever pay that? Right? And some people are just walking away from their house. So we'll see. Okay, y'all saw this. And here's one more. I'm through and then we can go on. Yeah, that one's 19,000. Let's see. They are 230 days delinquent on their mortgage. Y'all, that is the reality for a lot of people. So here's another way to find pre-foreclosure. I just put you on PropWire, so y'all probably are not even going to do this, honestly, is find your county notices. Hold on, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So another way to find pre-foreclosures, you guys, is to find the public notices that are published in the paper, right? But now since I put y'all on PropWire, y'all probably not going to even do that. Let's just be honest about it. But you could Google your county, like if you Shelby County, Cook County, Gwinnett County, Fulton County. Yeah, absolutely. Henry's iPhone. Short sale. I have initiated 2 short sales in the last month. I'm waiting on the bank to let me know this week about a short sale, honestly. So if you're a real estate agent and you know how to short sale, I say dust your short sale skills off. I see you, Crofts Hill Property Group. I ain't mad at Crofts Hill. She got her logo in the back and everything. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all better call Crofts Hill Property Group. But if you know how to short sale, absolutely, absolutely dust those skills off. Okay. Are you saying that you can purchase that home? No, Elizabeth. Look, Elizabeth. I'm saying that's how much they are behind on their mortgage. That was their mortgage statement showing what they need to pay to catch up their mortgage, to be current on their mortgage was $25,000. That's what we're talking about. And that's what somebody else said. Somebody said they saw $96,000, right? So that is people's past due balance that they have not paid in a year is what that was. No, Elizabeth, we all wish we could buy their house for $25,000, but that is not what that was. So yes, short sale, short sale, short sale. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to the screen. I see you over there, Hosea, drinking your coffee. Okay, So let me share my screen again and we're gonna move right along. We're doing good tonight, you guys. It's 8:45. Okay. All right, Ted. So, but this is what it will look like if you were looking for the public notices. That's here in Memphis. I look at this every day. I hope nobody's name is on that list. This is an old list, so I'm sure if their name is on it, they have caught up, is what we're gonna say. But you can pull the public notices. That is that notice that the attorney files for the bank. And it says that their auction date is in 30 days. They are in foreclosure. Boom. That is what that is. And if you Google your county and public notices, you can find those two usually. But honestly, y'all just gonna get on PropWire. I know since I've showed y'all that. So let's keep going. Steve has 30 days to pay his past due amount because Steve is now in foreclosure, right? Or his home will go up for auction. That is that first step. That's the second step. First step of foreclosure is that notice of default is filed. The second step is it goes up for auction. And the third step, it is REO. It is repossessed by the bank. I can talk seriously. So Steve has 30 days to pay the past due amount or his home will go up for auction. Steve tried, you see Steve over there looking stressed out with his wife. Steve tried, but was unable to pay his mortgage. His home went up for auction. I put this little note because it depends on where you live. If you live in a judicial state, it can take longer. Florida, my people in the mentorship, Monique and Julian. I know Florida, y'all foreclosures take a while because it's judicial. So they got to go to court. I think y'all got 20 days to contest a foreclosure. And then y'all go to court. And then it can take like 6 months in Florida for people to be foreclosed on it because it's a judicial state. So just know, depending on where you live, foreclosures can take longer. I live in Tennessee. Maybe they don't really care about us. They will send you a notice. And in 30 days, they will take your house. We are a non-judicial state. I do trustee sales in Tennessee. There is also no right of redemption. So if I sell your house at the auction, you will not get it back. So that's how it goes down in Tennessee. So his home went up for auction. Let's talk about auctions. There I am, your auction mama. So most of us know what an auction is, right? It is, you get together, people are gathered to bid on properties, right? That are up for auction. So I put this at the bottom. Who owns the house when the properties go up for auction? I feel like, and it's kind of like a trick question, honestly, when I think about it. Because what all the way up until the auction, it is owned by that homeowner, all the way up until, like if my auction is at 10 o'clock, that homeowner owns it till basically 9:59, right? And then at 10 o'clock, once I start the auction, then there it is. Once I say going once, going twice, sold, it either goes back to the bank or it goes to the highest bidder at that point. Okay. But all the way up until an auction, y'all are really good about asking me, Ashley, can I reach out? Yes, reach out to the homeowner. What about if the auction is in a week? Reach out to the homeowner, you guys. Reach out to them. If you can get, again, like I said, if you can get a contract on that house, usually the lender will stop it, will postpone it a lot of times. Also, if you deal with people in foreclosure, you know that, people can file bankruptcy and that will stop an auction. That is what I tell people, their final option. If they don't want to sell, if they can't come up with the money, if there's just no other options, then they can file bankruptcy and that will stop an auction immediately. Like that will stop an auction the morning of, honestly. So I see y'all talking in the chat. Let's see. I stopped the auction and purchased a house on the day of the auction before it. See, that's what I'm saying. You absolutely, everybody's like, well, is it too late? No, I have stopped an auction literally because I was talking to the bank, basically. I was talking to the guy who was headed to auction off the property, like the lender. And he was like, the auction was literally in like 15 minutes. He was driving to the auction. And I was like, what if I give you an offer for, I think I told him like 180. And I always say this because I should have offered him like 140. I said 180. And he was like, can you get that to me? Can you get a contract to me in 15 minutes? I'm headed to the courthouse. I was like, yes. And I got him a contract and they stopped the auction, like literally right then. So you can. Try it. Look, you can. Taxes only have a redemption period here in Georgia. Got you. I know, Jamal, you know how I feel about that. I should have said 120. But here we go. Here is an auction property, you guys, and we'll talk about auctions a little bit because I know y'all like to know about that. Here is a property. Can y'all see, or is everybody head blocking? Hold on. Everybody head blocking. Boom. Here's one. What do y'all think? Do you think they did good? So the opening bid was $336, you guys. That's what the property went up for auction for. $336. It sold at auction for $349. So it got bid up, not a lot. Got bid up to $349. Sold for $349. I guess the investor flipped it and put it back on the market for $460 and sold it for $460 after he bought it at the auction. Good deal. Deal or no deal? Look, deal or no deal? What do y'all think? Was that a good deal? Yes, good deal.
Good deal.
Everybody
They
saying,
probably made 80K.
yeah, so good deal. Look at y'all. Is this considered a short sale if you negotiate with the bank? Excellent deal. Y'all are saying yes. Cool. Do you need to be a realtor to perform a short sale? So look, I'm gonna say, yeah. Because there's some requirements. They want to see an MLS. They want to see the last one I submitted. They wanted the contract, proof of funds, MLS, a listing agreement, a HUD settlement statement so they could see how much they were going to clear. I guess if you could, but so I feel like maybe if you got an agent that could give you an MLS and a listing agreement and all that kind of stuff, because the bank is basically trying to make sure that what you've given them is what they can get for it. You know what I mean? So they're going to look at comps. They're probably going to send somebody out, just to make sure. It depends on repair and liens. True. Yes, licensed professional. Yes. Did he rehab? I'm not sure if he rehabbed it. I just see that he put it on the market. I should have went to look at the pictures, huh? 110,000 is a good deal anyway, any day. That's right. So y'all know I like the auction. I'm biased to the auction. You just got to know what you're doing when you go to the auction. That's all I'm saying. You got to know what you're doing when you get there, because y'all know at the auction, you cannot see the inside of the properties. Jamal knows his blood pressure could not handle the auction. That's okay, Jamal. So moving right along. Here is another. So opportunities for the auction, because that's what I'm supposed to be talking about, you guys. Opportunities at each phase, right? So for a home buyer and investor at the auction, right? Foreclosure auctions, they offer the chance to acquire properties at discounted prices. That's another one. Opening bid was $227. So they bid it all the way up to $496. The investor got it, flipped it, and sold it for $642. Was that a good deal? Deal or no deal? Deal or no deal? In Buena Park, California. $642. And I guess it's going to depend on how much. That was $642. Here in Memphis, that'd be like $49,000 here in Memphis. In California, it's $642,000. So, yes, good deal. Deal. You do have holding and closing costs. You absolutely do. Absolutely. I like direct to seller just to be able to see the inside of that. Absolutely. I think that's a great point to go for pre-foreclosures, right? Because when you go to the auction, you can't see the inside of the house, right? Pre-foreclosure, you can talk to the homeowner. Y'all can be on good terms so they move out of your house, right? Because at the auction, if you buy a property with someone living in it, you've got to evict them. And who knows what their attitude is going to be like, right? Because they just got put out of their house. So I do go for the method of pre-foreclosures, right? That is my preferred method, right? Until REOs come and then we can just buy them for like $19.26, right? So there's an auction that's coming up. So real estate agents, what opportunities do real estate agents have when it comes to auction properties? I always get that question because y'all always refer me your clients. Actually, I got an investor who wants to buy at the auction. I told him to call you. What I'm gonna tell them, right? So how can real estate agents get in on auctions, right? So there's a couple of ways, of course. You can help them identify properties. You can give them some comps, CMAs, that kind of stuff. But also, did you know, you guys, some auctions allow broker commissions, right? So we'll talk about that. Here's an auction coming up in Atlanta, Georgia on May 7th. Y'all better call 1829 Langston. If this is y'all's property, I'm sorry if y'all know this person. I think it's an investor. You see when they bought it, they just bought it in 2021. So it is up for auction on May 7th. And it will probably, depending on what that opening bid is, I got a feeling that it will probably go back to the bank because the opening bid will be too high, right? You don't come to the auction to pay full price. That is not. So when the opening bid is too high, or the homeowner just bought it in the last 4 years and they owe that whole loan, it will revert back to the bank and become an REO property. We'll get there. I'll explain that a little bit more. I'm checking the chat. Yep, California has online auctions. I know. You're right, Jamal. Y'all go put this address in PropWire and see who own it. So for real estate agents, if you didn't know, they do offer on some online auctions, like this is auction.com's website, broker co-op, you guys, 1.5% or 1,500 minimum commission is available. So y'all can go on there. I've helped my friends bid before. Go on there and sign up, like register for your client. And then you can get commission on some auction deals, you guys. So that's where real estate agents can get in on auctions, because a lot of y'all ask me, right? So now, I think it depends on the auction platform, because like me at the courthouse, I don't know how you know what I mean? Like, I guess you could maybe charge your client. I don't know, you guys. Like, don't have me over here having y'all break the law. I don't know, right? Unless you bid, never mind. Y'all go on auction.com and you can do the broker co-op. Before I have y'all over here breaking the law. So, but people always ask that, like, can you bid on behalf of somebody else? You can have other people bid for you as long as they have your information, as long as you have the vesting information. Look, let me stop share so I can talk to y'all for a second. When it comes to auctions, people are like, can somebody bid for me? Do I have to be present? So anybody can bid for you at the auction as long as they have your information, right? Like, make sure they put down the correct address, make sure they have the money. Refunds and deeds come in the mail when it comes to the auction. Refunds and deeds come in the mail, okay? I also don't have keys at the auction. I've had people say, when do I get the keys? You're gonna have to crawl through that window, or you're gonna have to get it rekeyed, or get a locksmith. I don't have keys at the auction, because keep in mind, people can still live in the property, okay? So refunds, deeds come in the mail. People can absolutely bid on your behalf if you are bidding out of town. And if you go to auction.com, Zome.com, Hubzu.com, they might offer a broker commission, right? You just log in and do that. Okay, you guys. So let me check the chat. I think everybody's still good to go. Let's move right along so everybody can go to bed on time tonight. Maybe. Okay, so boom. And this is like on auction.com too. Yeah, can I use a real estate agent? Your broker just has to register for the property 24 hours before the auction. Identify yourself. Boom. Agents and brokers must provide a completed IRS form W-9. My point is, real estate agents, if you have clients who want to bid at the auction, you can work with them. That is my point, okay? Because a lot of y'all did not know that. Boom. So here is also, ooh, hold on. Y'all know me. Hold on. I put a bonus in here. What could it be? Let's click and see. Because y'all are talking about opportunities at the auction before y'all say anything. Look, search jobs at the auction. Because every time I get online, y'all, I see these little forms with real estate agents. I need a part-time job. I haven't closed anything. What can I do? Y'all can go work at auction.com. Look, and become the inside man. So here on auction.com, look, they got plenty of auction jobs in the back. I do not work for auction.com, but just wanted to show you Corpus Christi, Sugar Land, Texas. If you need some part-time work, you can hop on here and work maybe the auction, and y'all can get the inside scoop on properties. And then y'all can do a masterclass and teach us what's going on at auction.com. Is all I'm saying. Everybody with me? Blink if you're with me. blink 2 times if you're not with me. So now I don't know how recent these jobs are, but, and I don't know if you know, sometimes they don't be real jobs, but April 16th, it looks like some of these were just posted. So if you're looking for a job, boom. Okay, so moving right along, everybody's still with me. Good, good, good. I'm glad y'all are enjoying this. Look at me trying to make everybody have a better year. So let's get out of here and let's go back to my screen, you guys. So maybe y'all can work at auction.com and put everybody else on. That's all I'm saying. Wouldn't hurt. So share my screen. Let's move right along so we can keep going. Where is my course? Boom, here it is. I can't see because of the top. Okay, let's keep going. Here's another one. This property is up for auction this week. Any property that I put up is probably up for auction this week. Like, these are legit properties. This is one in Atlanta. I think this one is up. Well, Georgia only auctions the first Tuesday of the month. So this is probably May 7th auction right here. Y'all better find out 4832 Carly Way, who owns it, and call them and try to buy it from them. Here's another one in Sandy Springs. I heard Sandy Springs is a really nice area in Georgia, right? Sandy Springs. I think this one is going up May 7th. Somebody was like, it's only raggedy properties up for auction in REO. Y'all know it's not. Like, it's some brand new properties going up for auction in REO because it's a lot of investors foreclosing right now, you guys. Lots of investors. Sandy Springs. This one went up for auction this week in Santa Barbara, California. Opening bid was 4.3. This one went up this week, actually. So it's not always the little ones. Let me say that. It's not always little hood houses. Sometimes it's, you know, get behind on a $20,000 mortgage. It's really hard to catch up, is all I got to say. It's really hard to catch up. So that is one that went up, I believe, Tuesday. This one went up for auction. This one, you guys, went up for auction today. Today. This one went up for auction a couple of hours ago. A couple of hours ago. Hold on. Is my face blocking it? Boom. Opening bid was $214,000 in San Francisco, California. It sold for $1.2 million because, and they bought it for $850,000 in 20 years ago. If you didn't know this, you guys, the opening bid is usually their loan balance. The opening bid is their loan balance. So opening bid was $214,000 because they bought it 20 years ago. So they probably don't, clearly they didn't owe that much on it. Sold for 1.2 today, a couple of hours ago at the courthouse. Hold on. Can you finance a house that's in foreclosure before the auction? You got to talk to the homeowner. If you can put a contract on it and get them to postpone that auction, you know, if you can, yeah, absolutely. I would say yes. Put a contract on it, put 30 days on it, and then you can go regular financing, you know? That's the deal in the Bay Area. I'm upset that none of y'all called them with that opening bid of $200,000. Y'all should have put her address in PropWire, and somebody should have called her, and it sold for $2 million. I tell you, y'all missing out on the coins. I'm just gonna have to call California myself. Okay, so let's move right along. We are already till auctions, 1.2 million. Opening bid was 2. Somebody should have called her or him. Here are some auction websites if you need to be familiar with some auction websites, if you did not know them. Let's see if I can drop them in the chat for y'all while y'all take note of this. Do you have the contract on your website? Which contract? Ugh. I was looking at your name, Antoinette, and I was trying to say contract at the same time. Which contract? Antoinette, talk to me. Like a contract for that you can put on a house, like a purchase and sale agreement. I'm just trying to make sure I understand. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to drop some of these in the chat for you. There's some more auction properties. It's supposed, but you have to know that it comes to you if you're depending on the bank to contact you. The overage on auction goes to the person who got foreclosed on, right? Okay, you're talking, okay. Antoinette, I was trying to see. And then you're talking about excess funds is what you're talking about. You got to apply for those, honestly. Go to the trustee or the trustee, usually whoever the attorney is, and they know who the attorney is because that's the one who sent them like the letters in the mail, the certified funds. The trustee or the attorney usually has the excess funds. And a lot of them, if you go to their website, they'll have a link that says request excess funds. And then that's how people, you got to ask for them because they're not going to just send it to you. Let me say that. Yes, in the event you're able to make a deal before it goes. Yeah, so Antoinette, you got a look, Antoinette, you got a license. What, so you gonna do a purchase and sale agreement or look, I'm trying to see if Antoinette over here wholesaling. Are you gonna do a regular purchase and sale agreement? I got all the contracts if you're asking though. Yes, and I am going to try to drop it in the chat for y'all. I got it in here. If you give me a second. But y'all can see that while I'm doing this. Hold on. You guys, y'all are still looking. Hold on, I cannot get the meeting group host and co-participant can chat with meeting group chat. Okay, you guys, I think I got it. Let's see. I was going to try to drop it in the chat. I'll do it when I get a chance. Commercial, I hope y'all got that. There's some auction websites. If you're looking for auction commercial, I have a whole bundle that I can send to you if you don't get it. And of course, you get the replay. I'll send the replay out tomorrow as well. So there's all kinds of auctions. I'll send you the sites. So things to remember real quick. Deeds and refunds come in the mail. Like I said, deeds and refunds come in the mail. Okay. Make the cashier's checks payable to yourself. Everybody always asks that. Who do you make the cashier's checks payable to? Make them payable to yourself if you're going to the auction. And then if you win the property, you can turn it over, endorse the back, give it to the auctioneer or whoever. If you do not win the property, you can deposit it back into your bank account without a problem. That's what you do. Cashier's checks, make them payable to yourself. Thank you, Danita. Can you put the residential auctions up again? I sure can, you guys. Okay, let me do this really quickly. I got y'all. Boom, boom. There, I think that's, yeah, there it is. There it is. And I will drop it in the chat. I have a whole bundle for you while y'all are looking at that. Can you wire funds at the auction? If it's an online auction, you absolutely can. Like auction.com, they have online auctions, so you got to wire it within like 24 hours sometimes. Now, with me at the courthouse, you cannot, right? Like with me at the courthouse, you got to be in person to bid is how it works with me. Cashier's check. Yep, cashier's check, cashier's check, cashier's check. Okay, you guys, I think I figured it out. Hold on. I think I figured it out. Hold on. REO websites. Here it comes. Y'all gonna blink if you can see it. Boom. Hold on. Here we go. Boom, boom. Did y'all see it in the chat? You are screen sharing. Yay! Boom, we are cooking with grease tonight, baby. Okay, so let's keep moving. Deeds and refunds come in the mail. Make the cashier's checks payable to yourself. Let's keep moving. Steve, we're at the last phase of foreclosure. Steve has 30 days to pay the past due amount or his home will go up for auction. Steve tried, but was unable to pay his mortgage and his home went up for auction. But I said going once, going twice, going sold, but little did we know Steve just bought his house post-COVID and he paid $40,000 over. And so the the opening bid was higher than what the property is even worth. So nobody bought it at the auction. So it did not sell. Steve's home reverted back to the bank. And Steve's home is now a, say it with me, class, an REO property. Okay, that's what happens. If it does not sell at auction, it reverts back to the bank and becomes an REO property. So, like I said, REO properties completed the foreclosure process, didn't sell at the auction. So now who owns the house? The bank owns the house. So pre-foreclosure, before the auction. I feel like the auction is like the starting point. Y'all can't see me and I'm making all these hand gestures. Boom. The auction, before the auction, talk to the homeowner. Boom, get to the homeowner. After the auction, you got to deal with the bank. Okay, everybody with me. So Steve's home reverted back to the bank as an REO. So for clarification, the auction sold it, that's, at the courthouse, you can bid on it. REO did not sell at the auction and belongs to the bank. Boom, there's another one. That's a nice one. 2.4. They bought it in 2022, you guys. Bought it in 2022. I'm gonna get my beach house. Just wait for $13.12. Okay, like I said, remember Steve. Steve can file bankruptcy all the way up until an auction. I have had plenty of clients file bankruptcy and then call me back in a month and say, I need to sell, because bankruptcy comes with the payment too. And some of them, you can't pay that payment. Somebody said the bankruptcy payment was as much as their mortgage payment. So they ended up selling. So Steve can file bankruptcy and cancel the auction. That is Steve's home until I say sold. Okay. Boom. Just for clarification, REOs, you negotiate with the bank. Auctions, you are bidding against other people. Okay. You can't negotiate with me at the auction. You can negotiate with the bank. And I absolutely, look, I'm getting serious when I put the screen back on my face. When it comes to the bank, negotiate, okay? Negotiate with the bank. Negotiate repairs, closing costs, the price, everything that you want. Ask for it. If you want appliances, ask for appliances. If there's repairs, put that in there that you need a repair allowance. It is the bank. They are selling the loans to hedge funds for 30 cents on the dollar. Y'all better negotiate with the bank, okay? As many times as they didn't charge me interest. So you negotiate with the bank. They got it. Do not feel like you can't lowball with the bank. I know I went back and forth with the bank at least 3 times for one of my clients. So understand that you can negotiate with the bank. Don't be afraid. If your agent is afraid to negotiate with the bank, get you another agent, okay? So no shade to any agents that do it, but I'm just letting you know, you guys, negotiate with the bank. So we're almost done, you guys. We're almost. Okay, so here we go. Let me make it bigger again. Boom, negotiate. So really quickly, in case y'all don't know, this is not an auction course, but I'm gonna tell you a little bit. When it comes to auctions, you guys, in person, but you can usually hear the bids, right? It can be competitive depending on where you're living. Here in Memphis, y'all, it's like the same 6 people at the auction every single time. And I've been auctioning here for like almost 10 years. It's the same people. You can negotiate with the bank. You cannot negotiate with me. Keep in mind with auction properties, you guys, you cannot see the inside of the property. You are bidding blind, okay? All you can do is drive by, peek and look, maybe look in the backyard. If it's vacant, then enter at your own risk. I'm not telling y'all to go on anybody's property. But usually you cannot see the inside of properties. So you have to estimate how much those repairs are going to be. Right? I think like Chris said, that's why you try to get them as a pre-foreclosure so you can walk through the house and see, right? With REOs, you can get inspections. Hold on, back to auctions. Auctions, cashier's checks and cash in the full amount, you guys. When you come see me at the auction, you've got to have the full amount in cash or a cashier's check. So if the winning bid is $50,000, I need $50,000 is what I need right then and there, okay? Unlike with REO properties, you guys, You can use traditional financing. You can walk into an REO and get a home inspection. You can use conventional FHA. You can do all of the typical things. It's like the typical home buying process when you buy an REO property, okay? So that some of y'all's blood pressure is more suited for an REO. Most of y'all blood pressure cannot handle an auction. And everybody's always like, Ashley, I want to come see you at the auction. No, you don't. No, you don't. Most people do not, right? Because most people do not want to buy a house that they cannot see the inside of. Okay. So just a few things. I see y'all talking in the chat. If the property does not say, oh, thank you. Repairs, thank you. Chicago, try to negotiate with the bank. Yep. Less red tape with pre-foreclosures. Wow, same people. Yeah, Memphis, every same people. Would I please have the full amount when? But yep. Thanks, Danita. Danita is over. She's in Tennessee down there close to Nashville. If y'all need some deals in Tennessee, Danita is the one to go to in Nashville. Boom. Keep it going. So I already told y'all, certified funds at the auction, REO properties, you can use financing. That's what I keep telling y'all. Even if you can't get in on the auction market, like when the sky falls out, you guys, just have your credit kind of right, have some savings, and you can buy REO properties, okay? So don't be like, I can't get in on this foreclosure wave. You can. You might can't start at the auction, but you can buy an REO property, okay? So don't say what you can't do. So opportunities for home buyers and investors. Of course, you guys, REOs, like you can get them at a deeper discount price. Negotiate with the bank. If you don't hear anything else that I say, negotiate with the bank, okay? You can go back and forth with them at least 3 times. So here's one coming up in Houston, I think next month. Yeah, it's got to be next month because Texas does. There's the, like Georgia, once a month. There's one in Texas. It's an REO property. Y'all can probably put it in prop wire and see, but it's already an REO, I believe. So the bank already owns it, you guys. So here's one in Beverly Hills. Realtors specializing in REO properties can assist investors in identifying and purchasing suitable assets, right? So you can be an REO. Boom. Don't say that I never gave you anything. So here are some banks and asset management companies that you can sign up with, real estate agents that you can sign up with, banks and asset management companies, and they can probably send you out to do BPOs. You can get on their list, you got to go to their site, sign up with them, and they will send you out on BPOs and all kinds of stuff. And maybe you can get some listings from some banks. You go to their sites, sign up, and be one of their preferred agents. Is everybody looking? I'll put this in the chat too, you guys. Don't forget you get the replay on this. So go to these sites, check them out. These are bank and assets that are looking for agents right now. Right now. Everybody's still with me. How can I be on Bank's database to get notified? New listings. Boom, 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 boom. Check out these sites right here, Jason. Check out these sites. And, you know, HUD Home Store, I'm sure I got the sites here. Here's another one. This is Fannie Mae's vendor site. 2024 Fannie Mae. If you want to sign up with Fannie Mae, Procure One. Fannie Mae's procurement. Why can't I say this word? Procurement, because I'm from Memphis, right? Portal for suppliers, vendors, and real estate professionals is what this site is. Hold on. Did it? If you click on it, it takes you to, you can sign up and be, like, it has contracting opportunities. You can sign up with Fannie Mae to be their real estate agents. Go, if you're a vendor, you know, Fannie Mae has a lot of vendor contracting opportunities with Fannie Mae. You know, like you can put in all their, y'all go to the site. You know what I mean? Go to the site. So procure1.fanniemae.com. Okay, moving right along. There's another one up for auction. It was sold in 2021 in Georgia. Georgia, y'all got a lot of properties going up for auction is all I'm saying. So there's another one. Paradise Valley, opening bid was 2.4. So the opening bid looks like it is higher than what the house is actually worth. So we'll probably go up for auction and then revert back to the bank and become an REO property. When those opening bids are too high, they usually revert back to the bank, honestly. So there are some REO websites right there. You can go on there. I would say bookmark them. A lot of them only have a couple properties on there right now, but it is because, you know, there's just not a ton right now. But bookmark them and check back with them. My advice, if you are a home buyer, like somebody first time home buyer or just somebody looking for a house, go on there and get familiar with the site. So if you do find a house, you know how to submit a contract. A lot of them, you have to have an agent submit a contract for you. So make sure you know how the sites work. If you're an agent, go on there and maybe sign up to be an agent for the bank. I think Truist, they have, if you want to sign up to be an agent for them, click here, go in there. Y'all, look, I'm trying to hold it down for the auctions for us over here and spill the tea, share the information about auctions. I need somebody else to get in on the inside over there so y'all can do some master classes and teach us. Look, I can only do so much, okay? So y'all get in and then try to teach us. That's what I'm trying to do, okay? So real estate agents, you can go on there, sign up to be agents. If you're a home buyer, you can go on there, look, find a house, bookmark it if it's not a lot on there right now, and save it. Because when they come, you don't want to be trying to figure it out. You got to already know how to do it. Dang, I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. Can we reach out to REO companies as an investor? I mean, you can try and see, Andrea. Look, don't ask me anything, Andrea, because I'm gonna be like, yes, find an email and try to reach out to them, because that's what I would do. Hey, just checking in. That'll be me. I saw this property. I'd like to make an offer on it. You never know. You know what I mean? You never know. Squeaky wheel gets the oil. Squeaky wheel gets the oil. How can you negotiate with the bank? 350. How long would you start? How low would you start with negotiating? I would say, look at them comps, but shoot, you never know, like 275, 290. You don't want to ask me 250 and then see what they say. You know what I mean? Low, it's the bank. All they can say is no, right? Especially if it's been sitting on the market for a long time. Especially if it's been on the market for a long time. Negotiate. And I say that about any property, even if it's on the MLS. Negotiate. If it's been on the market a long time, boom. I told y'all I put an offer on a house. That property was $534, but it had been sitting on the market. So I offered them $475 for my clients. So if it's been on the market a while, I am going to lowball you for sure. Those are REO sites. Here's another one. Boom, property that's up for auction. We're all going to get our beach house. Look, we all going to get our beach house. So keep in mind, auction.com, you can find bank-owned and REO properties on auction.com. Just filter it, and that's another source. But I put y'all on PropWire, so y'all probably not going anywhere but to PropWire at this point. But auction.com is a great source too, honestly. So check them out. Things to remember, y'all, stay in your budget. I don't care if you buy an REO, if you are buying at the auction, if you are going for pre-foreclosure, if you're going to talk to the homeowner, stay in your budget, okay? That's why a lot of people are in trouble right now, right? For the past couple years, overbidding, doing too much. If you overbid, it's okay. You guys, a lot of people overbid. But all I'm saying, and if the interest rates drop back down again, which they're never going to drop back down to 2 or 3%. I just want to let everybody know that right now, that's not going to happen. But if they do come down, you know, don't get in a frenzy and overbid and do all that. Learn from these past couple of years. Stay in your budget, okay? Just stay in your budget. There will be another house, I promise. So, you guys, look, we have come almost to the end of it. So, I'm not going to read all this, but whether you're a home buyer, realtor, or investor, embrace the challenges ahead with determination and optimism. I'm laughing at me and my quotes because when I made this class, I'm like, let me put a quote at the end. And now that I'm here, I'm like, you don't really need the quotes, do you? So what can you do? I always try to leave with something. Y'all go to the auction. Jamal, no. Go to an auction, right? It is absolutely free to go to an auction. Look, I'm going to stop sharing so y'all can talk to y'all. Go to an auction, you guys. It is absolutely free. You don't have to pay anything to get in an auction if that's your lane. If you even want to just go see, right? Y'all are like, where do I find buyers if I have a house? Go to the auction. It's buyers at the auction. Y'all cash buyers, honestly. So go to an auction or go to the sites. My point is y'all do something, right? Like, because when the opportunities come, I don't want y'all to be like, Ashley, what am I supposed to do? What was that site you said? Where did you say? Because I'm gonna be like, look, y'all go back and watch the replay is what I'm gonna say. Go back and watch the replay. So I try to do these master classes to give you a head start is what I would say, to give you a head start so y'all can try to figure out, save the sites, get familiar with them, become vendors. You know what I mean? Some of these like HUD, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, all of them, they need like vendors for like clean out, landscaping, contractors. Go on their sites and sign up, you guys, for stuff like that. So there's always opportunities like in a downturn. So, but be legit. I said this in the last masterclass. Cash App is not a professional form of payment, okay? Cash App is not a professional form of payment. I don't care what nobody says. So if you start working for Fannie Mae or the banks, Cash App is not an option, okay? So don't even, when they're like, what form of payment, what's your payment type? Dollar sign, you know how you do on Cash App. You got to do like the dollar sign. Thick thighs, 83. No, that's not professional, okay? So I think that is it. You guys, hold on. Let me make sure because I had some last. Let me make sure I got the last slides because y'all gonna ask me. Y'all are always in my DMs and my text messages asking me about things that I have, resources that I have. So you guys, I have 300 videos on YouTube, you guys, about auctions, foreclosures, the latest distressed market news. I've been putting up videos every day. That's where a lot of y'all found me, on YouTube, actually. So go check those out, you guys. You know, I got the auction accelerator. Everybody knows that. That is the course that I made that I poured my whole brain into, honestly, you guys. It teaches you everything, how to do a title search, how to find auction properties, every single thing about buying at the auction I teach you, right? It comes with cash for keys, title search, max bid, repair calculator, and how to do a title search, plus me talking to you in videos. So I teach you everything in that auction accelerator, you guys. There's the other thing, you guys. I know I'm like taking a long time to get through it, you guys, because I know y'all get, if you saw my DMs, you guys, so let me get through these. If you want to mail to pre-foreclosures, I made some letters that y'all can customize. Y'all know I mail to pre-foreclosures. That is what I do. I have been mailing for 3 years and I have not missed a week. You guys, I mail every single week to pre-foreclosures, right? Along with other things. So I made some pre-foreclosure letters that you can send out. I made probate letters because somebody was like, Ashley, do you have probate letters? So I made y'all probate letters that y'all can send out. It's got an affidavit of heirship you can mail to probate attorneys, and it has a probate checklist that you can give to homeowners because most people have no idea how probate even works, honestly. So you can look like a professional and give them a probate checklist, right? If you want to reach out to probate. Let me say this real quick. So I'm gonna stop share. I mail to probate, heirship, and pre-foreclosures. And I say this all the time. 9 times out of 10, most heirship owners sell, especially right now in this market. Most people cannot hold on to 2 houses, even if they inherit them. Most people don't want to be a landlord, and most people don't have the money to do repairs to fix up a house that they have inherited. So they will sell it. I would say probably 95% of people who inherit properties sell them. So just thought you should know, most people, or they end up back up for auction because people like refinance them, pull the money out, and then don't pay it. And then I end up auctioning off Big Mama's house. Just thought you should know. But Most people do not keep their inherited property, honestly. And if you go on PropWire, like I showed y'all, there is a tab that says intra-family transfer. And that means that it was transferred in the family. So you can even filter it on PropWire. They also have probates on PropWire. You can filter it for probates and then you can mail to them. Okay. Phone 3. Can I go? Hold on. Go back where? What did I miss? What y'all miss? Okay, y'all, let me get in the chat. I'm gonna get in the chat. Y'all, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna have to go back and check the chat because I forgot y'all were talking. Oh, look, y'all being real estate investors. I know how y'all do. Okay, of course, networking in the chat. So, you guys, probate letters, I have those if y'all are interested in those. I'm also making some driving for dollars because a lot of y'all drive for dollars and y'all ask, Javier asked me for door hangers. So y'all, everything y'all ask for, I try to do it, honestly. So hold on, I need to put all this in the chat for y'all because then y'all gonna be like, Ashley, where is it? I don't see it, Ashley. So hold on, you guys. Let me put this in the chat real quick and then we're gonna keep moving. So let's keep moving because it is already 9:30, 10:30. So probate letters, heirship letters, there's somebody who sent them out and they work, you guys, but you have to do them consistently. You have to actually do them, right? So keep moving. There's a property that I got from a letter. It was a triplex. That's the best deal I ever got. It was a lady who was in foreclosure. She got a letter. She got my letter and ended up selling me her triplex here. That was such a great deal. And you guys, this is what y'all, because I've gotten some requests about the mentorship. The mentorship link was down. I had it down because I was trying to revamp the mentorship. Everybody asks about that. So I have revamped the mentorship. It is now, because for everybody who has asked me, because I'm always like, I don't know if I'm going to keep it going, if I'm going to end it, because my auction schedule gets so busy. So right now I just opened the link back up. I have revamped it. It'll be a 90-day, like it's a 90-day foreclosure marketing blueprint. I don't want to call it a boot camp, but it's 90 days now instead of, it was 4 weeks, then it went to 6 weeks. Now it is 3 months, right? And it is a self-paced, basically it's a self-paced course. And then we will meet twice a month. You guys, you get everything. I teach you everything about marketing to foreclosures that I do, how to find them, scripts, everything. But I made a course that you can go through, and then we will meet twice a month on Wednesdays like we do and discuss and go over things. I've made videos, you get workbooks. Y'all, I had to streamline it and give you a curriculum and all that kind of stuff. I wanted it to be where you can go through it and learn, and then we can meet and talk and go over scripts and what you've done. And I can share network opportunities with you. Plus, I have added, you guys, this is who it's for, like real estate agents, investors. If you are looking to get, lead generation, use pre-foreclosures and the distressed market as lead generation and expand your portfolio for sure, right? And if you have difficulty, talking to pre-foreclosure, and when it comes to foreclosures, if you don't know what to tell them, then it can be kind of, uncertain is the word I'm looking for. Or you struggle, or you avoid it because you're not as confident because you don't know what to say. So that's exactly what I teach you as well. And then, so yeah, it's a 3-month. We have contracts and videos and all of that kind of stuff. And if that wasn't all, you get all of my other products with it because it does not start until May 1st. So you can go through the auction accelerator because the auction accelerator comes with it, and you get all the bundles of letters as well. If you are in the foreclosure, look, I changed it, mastery blueprint, you get all of my products when you join the mentorship, the new mentorship that is now 3 months. I'm trying to debate if I'm going to do a Facebook group because everybody's like, do a Facebook group. We'll see. But that is new. It is now open. I just opened it like right 5 minutes before this class, but it has been closed because I was trying to figure out if I was going to keep going or if I was going to end it because of my auction schedule. So that is now opened because y'all have asked me about it, about this mentorship. So if you got some questions, I am here to answer questions that you have. Okay, so I dropped all of the links in the chat. Let me go back and read some questions. If you gotta go, I totally get it because on the East Coast, it is 10:30 and I know it is some of y'all's bedtime. So let me thank you, everybody. Oh, hold on, y'all, before y'all get off. You know I like to take a picture. You know I like to take a picture. Y'all thought I was gonna forget, and I did not forget. So if y'all turn on your cameras, if you want to be in the picture, turn on your camera. If you do not want to be in the picture, turn. Chris, I saw you. Let me do a view. Here we go. Boom. I finally get to see everybody. Hold on, you guys. Let me do a picture. Hold on. Oh, look, this is the first time I got to see everybody. I was only looking at like 3 people the whole time. Hold on, let me look at y'all. Hey, you guys. Look, I see Wanda and Louie and Cantor. Did I say it right? Cantor and Melissa and Kevin and Jay Butler. I see you. Okay, you guys. Dolores, I said, okay, hold on. Let me do a picture. And y'all know it's like so many pages of y'all. It's 7 pages of y'all. Okay. So let's do a picture. If you don't want to be in the picture, you can turn your screen off. If you want to be in the picture, smile. Blink once. I'm just kidding. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to page 2, you guys, and then I'll try to answer some questions. Okay, ain't nobody got their camera on over here. Okay, here come the cameras. I was about to say everybody got their camera off. I see, let's see. Antoinette, I see you. Look, Sean, I see you. Are y'all gonna take the picture? Look, here we go, you guys. Now everybody want to turn their camera on. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Boom. I really took it on 2, but that's okay. 3rd page. Nobody has their camera on over here. Nobody has their camera on over here. I guess. Okay, next group. Gosh, there's a lot of y'all in here. I'm sorry. I should have went through and said hello. Jaquelva, I see you. Jaquelva, hey girl. Okay, you guys, last page. There's a whole bunch of y'all in here. Okay, y'all, I appreciate y'all coming. I try to do these master classes so you can learn and I can teach you and hopefully you'll be prepared, you know, wherever you live, you know, when the foreclosures do come. Because look, I didn't capitalize in 2008. I was, you know, I did buy a property in 2008, but I know some people really did, you know, very well during the last downturn. So hopefully y'all can learn ahead of time and, you know, be ready. You're welcome. Y'all are beautiful. Look at you. Y'all are beautiful. Okay, let me see if I got some questions. If I did not do your question, you guys, I'm in the chat. Now I'm trying to look. Let's see. If I missed one, let me know. I would say raise your hand, but everybody raised their hand and some of y'all got the dishwasher going and yelling at your kids and stuff. So let me see. Does anybody have a question that I am missing? Y'all, it's a whole bunch of little messages. When do you predict the real? I knew that was going to be the first question, Frank. When do you predict the real estate foreclosure crisis coming? Everybody asks me that question every time they get a chance. So I listen to everybody. Like I listen, well, when I say everybody, not mainstream media, because if you listen to mainstream media, they don't think it's a problem. Nobody's behind. You know, it's all pink starburst and unicorns. But y'all know FHA, like 10% of FHA is in default. 10% of FHA loans are in default right now. I think they said VA, it's close to 5 or 6% already in default right now. A lot of people are saying summertime, we have at least another 12 months probably until we really start seeing a significant amount of foreclosures coming. We got to get out of these moratoriums. Honestly, you know, veterans, their moratorium ends at the end of May. So But I predict it's an election year, right? So they probably will throw another moratorium on us if these foreclosures really start picking up, because nobody wants a foreclosure wave on their presidential, nobody wants that. So I'm saying they said it should start around the summer, but when you start talking about large amount of foreclosures, probably the end of the year, the beginning of 2025 is when we will start seeing more. So that gives y'all time to get your credit together, gives you time to save your coins, right? Y'all can put them up under your mattress, whatever you want to do with your money, however you save it, right? Because it's a lot of people who, y'all, credit is just not, credit cards maxed out, everybody's filing bankruptcy, like we losing jobs left and right, you know what I mean? So I feel like the people who are in position, we gonna be all right if you are in position when it comes. And a lot of people, maybe you can't buy at the auction, but that's what I'm saying. Y'all can get an REO property, right? I'm trying to show you different avenues that y'all can capitalize on. Here, let me look. Here we go. I guess this is the after set now at this point, right? Y'all know how this goes down if you've been to one of my master classes before. Do y'all follow? I'm sharing my screen. I always do this site, Warren Tracker. You guys, it's a site that shows layoffs across the country, right? And so Warren Tracker, you can save it. You can click on a state and it tells you how many layoffs are in that state. So California, and how many warn notices are out. So California, this is just 2024. You can go back as far as you want to go back. It has all the years. So it shows layoffs that are coming. They keep track every time a business files a report about laying off. California's already laid off 20,000 people, 2024. So bookmark this site. It's a good site. I follow them, because job cuts are coming. I don't care what people say. I know they're like, employment is good. The consumer is good. You guys, people are struggling right now, and jobs are laying off. Like, that's why you can't listen to the news. I don't ever listen to the news, honestly, because it's just not true, honestly, a lot of times. And I don't believe these foreclosure numbers. I don't know if y'all follow, a lot of y'all do. Melody Wright, she's on YouTube. Melody Wright on YouTube, like a wealth of knowledge. She used to do loan servicing during the great financial crash, during 2008. She was servicing loans during that time. So she saw when everything crashed. And so I always watch her. I kind of talk to her a little bit. We email back and forth. She's got a YouTube channel. And so most people pull like CNN, MSNBC, they pull from Black Knight is the name of the company that they get their information from. And I can, blackknight.com. So, and I'm going to get to the point here. Black Knight puts out all the information, like to the White House. When you hear foreclosure numbers, Zillow, that's who they pull from. Like they are with like Mr. Cooper, they pull all their information. Melody said this morning, she said, me and Black Knight have been on the same page for the last 6 to 8 months. Like our numbers are the same. I can see foreclosures. Our numbers have been the same. She said last month, she said Black Knight put out their information and she said they underestimated the delinquencies. She said our numbers, she said delinquencies are much higher than what they're reporting to the news. She said, now we've been together our information has been the same. She said, but this month, she was like, they vastly underreported the delinquencies that are going on. So I was like, here we go. Have y'all seen The Inside Job? Y'all know that's one of the movies that I love. The Inside Job. Such a good movie. It's the documentary on the last housing crash. It is a documentary. Somebody was like, is that the movie with Samuel L. Jackson? No, that's not it. It's a documentary on the last housing crash and how it happened. And they interviewed like CEOs. Go watch that movie. It's a really, really good movie to understand what happened. But summer, we got foreclosures come in waves, right? I've said this before. The market crashed in 2008. We didn't see the peak of foreclosures till 2010, right? So just know it's a lag. And we got so many factors, we got commercial, we got people holding on to interest rates. Right now, I'm seeing people calling me in foreclosure and they just bought in June of 2023. And their houses are going up for auction now, and they just bought 6 months ago. So, you know, people who were in foreclosure, people post-COVID, investors losing their properties, right? Because they bought up these properties, the interest rate shot up, and they can't get off of these properties. So it's just so many, and everybody's like, it's not 2008, it's not going to be 2008. Y'all, we have never had a crash that was the same. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, it's not 2008. You're right. It's 2024, right? We've never had COVID and been locked down for 4 years, right? We've never had everything that we've had going on. So we'll see. Do I think foreclosures are coming? Oh, for sure. Like, absolutely. Absolutely, unless they just really start selling them off to these hedge funds. But somebody was like, hedge funds can only buy so many, right? So I don't know, but I hate to see hedge funds buying up defaulted notes, right? Like, so who knows what's going to happen to those people, honestly. If you got Blackstone as your landlord, right, they probably just put you out, or I don't know, you know, what their game plan is, I guess, to make us all a rental market, right? Because if Blackstone is buying up notes by the thousands, I mean, I don't know, you guys, you know, so yeah, job cuts are coming. You mentioned foreclosure numbers before. If I had to put into, I believe that maxed out at 4%. That leaves me speechless. Y'all, the news isn't anywhere close to what they should be reporting, honestly. I contracted through, here in Memphis, we have 5 foreclosure attorneys. I'm contracted through 4 of the 5. I work for 4 of the 5 attorneys here that handle foreclosures. And they say all the time that HUD, Fannie Mae is calling them like, are you ready? Like, how many files can you handle? Right? So, you know, just no, and I always ask them, I'm like, how was it back when it crashed, right? Because they were working and they were like, we were auctioning 100 houses a day. I was like, 100 houses a day? I was like, they were like 100 a day. And I was like, you know, so I don't know, you guys. I know it's a lot of people upside down already upside down. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna try to get to these questions because I know y'all gotta go to bed because it's 10:48 on the East Coast. Do you mail and then call, or do you just try everything until you reach someone? I see that. I bought the probate and foreclosure letters. So I mail every day as soon as the letters come out. If I time it correctly, my letter and their foreclosure notice will hit the same day. That is how I try to time it. So they're like, it's like, God, I got your letter and the notice. I'm like, look at God. And then I will text, I will call, I will text, call, letter. If it is like close, if it's the auction is like on Friday and it's a house I really want, you guys, I will go drop them. I made a brochure, a little flyer. I'm going to give this to y'all so y'all can customize it, and I will leave it on their door with a note that says, your auction is on Friday. I see you, Chris. Your auction is on Friday. Please call me. I can help you, is what I will say and leave. But depending on where you live, you might not want to walk up on nobody's house. I get it. But I will do that. I absolutely do that. I blast them. Everybody knows my letter is the same. I do not craft a letter for it does not say, Dear Mr. Smith. It says hello, like Adele. Hello. That's what it says. And then it says my message. The only thing I do is, because of course some of them come back. So these have come back. I hand address the envelope because people will open up hand addressed envelopes. I use bright colored envelopes is what I do. So it stands out against the rest of their mail, because white envelopes look like bills. Let me say that. I know they ain't opening up their bills. So actually the seller owner of 2 properties, he's in default with hard money on the mortgage and he put in reset, blah, blah, blah. So the properties are not rent ready, but in pre-auction, he stopped paying the interest only payment. The debt is about 10K. I want to know if we're worth it or just bid on an auction or wait for to resell. What do you think? I think you should do all of the above. I think you should reach out to them, see if you can work out a deal that way. If that doesn't work, then I say go to the auction. But my go-to is always to work out a deal with that homeowner. I don't want to compete at the auction. I want to see the inside of that property because look, I mean, true investors can buy a property blind. I know plenty of investors, if the numbers are right, they will buy it blind, right? Like they can calculate, I know a bathroom is going to be what, $5 a square foot. Boom. They can do that because they do so many houses, right? But the typical person, even me, right? I really want to walk into your house and see it, right? I want to walk in. I want to see what you got going on. If I can talk to you and build that relationship with you and, hey, how much time you need to move? Boom. Like, I want that relationship. I don't want to have to, I'm going to send you to court and they're gonna tear your house up, right? Set the whole thing on fire. But if I can make that relationship, I absolutely try to get inside of it and go to the homeowner. But if you can't, then go to the auction, right? Go that route. After the auction, it is taking a while for them to become REO properties, honestly. So if you can get it before auction, get it before auction, because I'm not seeing the bank take it back and then put it on the market as quickly, right? Because they probably selling them to these hedge funds. But so get it where you can get it. If you can talk to that homeowner, talk to the homeowner for sure. Okay. Good night, everyone. Tesla laid off 10%. Warren Tracker. Yep. And dailyjobcuts.com. Dailyjobcuts.com. That's another one. They show companies that's filed bankruptcy. They show everybody that's laying off. 40 million people got relative to check out Melanie, right? Yeah, I love Melanie. Who is the lady on the YouTube? Melanie. She's the bomb. Melody. Yep. Anyone looking for a reliable? Okay. Y'all go ahead and post if you're an agent. Put it in there. I don't mind, Black Knight. Yep. BLACKKNIGHT. I know when investors get together, y'all got to share information. I'm not even mad at you. Here, real quick. Here you go. Black Knight. This is what it looks like. This is their, they put out a report. Black Knight. This one is ICE Mortgage Tech, but it's the same company. Black Knight. I was trying to see. I had one where it was showing there. I'll have to find it, you guys. But Black Knight, you spelled it right. BLACKKNIGHT. You were right. Absolutely right. What else was I gonna show you? Daily Job Cuts, but y'all see that. Y'all know how to spell dailyjobcuts.com. Melody Wright. Yep, that's it, Carla. Melody Wright. What's Inside Job? Yes, Inside Job. It was on, I watched it for free, y'all. I didn't pay for it. Inside, y'all know my 3 movies: The Big Short, 99 Homes, and The Inside Job. Those are the 3 movies that I love. Everybody's seen The Big Short. Thank you, Danita. 99 Homes got a lot of profanity in it, so don't watch it with your kids. And The Inside Job. The Inside Job starts off kind of slow, but keep watching it. It's really good. It'll piss you off, but it's really good. Melody, yep, it's still not going to be at the same number as 2008. Yeah, we'll just see. Like, I don't know. We'll see. Foreclosures are for sure coming. When and where? And they will last for years, right? Like, I mean, it's just waves of people. It's people who, like I said, just bought in January, you guys. I'm short selling a guy's house right now. He bought in 2020, 480 for 480. When rates dropped down, he refinanced and pulled all of the money out of his house. I think he refinanced for like 520 and then lost his job, right? So then he is behind. I think his payoff would have been 520, but with interest payments, his payment is like 560. Because once you stop paying your mortgage, that interest, they're going to hit you with interest that you have not paid. So he is upside down on his mortgage and he just bought. So we are short selling his house. Okay, let's see. Did I get all the questions, you guys? Y'all know I'm on YouTube on Sundays. I'm on YouTube every Sunday at 8 o'clock. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. I'm on all the places. What is the attorney's website with the list of auction dates? Our attorney's website with the list of auction dates. Ooh, y'all are trying to bring up old master classes. I got y'all. Hold on. This is what happens when you stay after the. I got y'all. Hold on. I'll put you on real quick. I'm gonna share a couple of sites with y'all. Okay, y'all want auction sites. I know what y'all want. Hold on, I'm about to share my screen. Here it comes. I should have known y'all weren't gonna forget. Hold on. MK Consultants. MK, let me try to drop this in the chat for you. MK Consultants. Do y'all see this? I'm trying to find the chat. I know y'all can see my screen. MK Consultants. Click on Trustee Sales. This is one of the sites. Blink once if you can see it. Blink twice if you can still see it. I'll put it in the chat once I can find the chat. There we go. I see the chat now. Hold on. MK Consultants. Hold on, you guys, don't get dizzy. I'm trying to find. There it is. It takes it a minute to load. Here are sales. Here are previous sales. A lot of people are always like, Ashley, how can we see how much it's sold for? Boom. MK Consultants is a good one. Everybody see my screen? It lists, but they don't have all of them. They have some of them. So today is the 18th. They update it every Friday. And you can see opening bids, if it's sold, if it didn't sold, if it didn't sold, if it didn't sell, what time it's going up for auction. There's that house I showed y'all in San Francisco. It went up for auction today at 1:30. Opening bid was 214, sold for $1.2 million right there. Let me drop this in the chat. That's one of them that y'all wanted, right? I think that's auction dates. Yeah, there we go. That's one of them. I think that's what y'all want. And like I said, you can go back and see like if it's sold, how much it's sold for, if you want to keep up with the property, you know what I mean? You can go back and look there. Here's another site that y'all can go find auction properties at on the West Coast. On the West Coast. I usually have them saved. Hold on, I can't see my bookmarks. Bear with me. It's another auction site for people on the, here we go. On the West Coast. Nationwide posting. I'm about to put it in the chat so y'all can see it. Boom. You go on here. I can't see y'all, but I think y'all can see me. Go on here, say, yes, I accept these terms. Then you can filter it by these states like California, all counties, select the date. Let's say from April 1st, these are auctions. Y'all can go in here and reach out to these people because they got auction dates set. Press search. Give it a second. Give it a second. Boom. And there are auctions. Merced County, they are high on the list. Merced, Los Angeles, and Riverside, California are ranked very high for foreclosures in California right now. And you can see if it's been postponed. You can see on this side if they filed postponed by bankruptcy, sold back to the bank for 1.1. But you can come on here, look, export it, Google, look, export it right here. Throw this whole, let me stop sharing. Did y'all get that site? If not, I'll put it back. In PropWire, you can import a list, right? That is what I do a lot of times. I will pull my whole county foreclosure list, save it, put it in PropWire, and it will skip trace all of those properties for me. Yes, look, yes, Cantor. It will skip trace all of them for me. So I know that if I send them a letter, I have skip traced them. I can text them, call them, same people. Upload it right in PropWire and it will do it for you. So Merced is your area. So Merced, Cantor, yes, go to, I put it in there, nationwide posting. Go to PropWire, put your city in. Y'all, it's a numbers game. I will say that. The more people you reach out, the more answers you get. Like I said, I call, text, letter, Do I do anything else? Even when I'm a real estate agent, like even when I'm a real estate agent, I feel like I have auction investor hat on more, but even as a real estate agent, I still reach out more. Like I still text, like when I have an open house, I will blast everybody in that whole neighborhood and invite them to my open house. So as a real estate agent, I feel like you're just gonna have to market a little bit more because I know it's slow. I am a listing agent to my core. That is what I like to do. I like to list properties. I love my buyers, but I'm a listing agent. I believe if you got the houses, you will always have buyers. So I am always trying to have the houses, honestly. If you got the houses, buyers will come. So I'm always gonna be on that listing side. What about the do not call list? Let me give you like a professional answer that I should give you. You need to check the do not call list before you reach out to people. That's the professional answer. Ashley's answer is, I ask for forgiveness instead of permission, right? I'm gonna be like, my bad, I didn't know you was on the list. My bad, I didn't even know. I will remove your number. But so go with whatever answer you want to take from me, right? Check the do not call list. If they're on it, don't call them. Go with whatever answer you want to go with. Anybody from Michigan, door knock? I know people who door knock, like Javier usually is on here, door knock. Do something. That's all I can say. Do something. And you have to do it consistently, right? You can't just mail one week and be like, did nobody call me back? I've been mailing for 3 years. Every single week, I have not missed a week. So be consistent, okay? Because I'll be like, ain't nobody call me back. You mailed one time, right? Like, it takes more than that most of the time. Whatever, Jamal. Can we talk about thick thighs on the Cash App? Whatever, you guys. But y'all know how I do with the Cash App. I'm like, y'all, stop. It's not professional, especially if you are dealing with a bank and they want some for real. This is what an attorney was telling me, because she was like, Ashley, she's like, why don't I say this at every masterclass? She was like, she's a foreclosure attorney. She's like, if we could get a trailer together, we could do a trash out crew when the foreclosures come. We could start our own trash out crew. Look, I don't want to do a trash out crew, but that's a good idea. Look, that's a good idea. I know people who had trash out companies during the last downturn and was paid, right? They need trash out companies, landscape companies, contractors, like all those things will be in demand when foreclosures come. So even if you can't buy houses, you might can do another business, but be legit, right? Be legit. That's all I'm saying. No Cash App. Don't do that. You know what I mean? What happens when the homeowner just walks away from the home? The home just sit there empty until the bank forecloses on it, right? Until the bank, Danita's up there. Look at Danita. Danita's in the mentorship. Wave, Danita. Look at Danita. She didn't wave. There she's waving. She had a property. I'm going to tell him about your Tennessee property. Had a property, reached out to him, homeowner, January of last year. This is 2024. January of 2022, 23. Anyway, a year ago, the homeowner bought it, died the week after he bought the property. Never made a payment on the house. Never made a payment on the house, you guys. His property did not go up for auction until 2 months ago. So that never made a payment on it. So that's how long it's taken for the bank to, you know what I mean, even push you through, even to foreclose on you, right? And he never made a payment. So you can imagine when people call and be like, I'm going to pay, I'm going to postpone, I'm going to send you half a payment. You know what I mean? They postpone it. Then you go to forbearance, then you go to modification, then you come out. So that's what's taking these properties. Like, how do you get 3 years? That paper said they hadn't paid in 370 days. I'm like, that's what everybody's like, how are they not in foreclosure? Y'all, it's so many people. Like, it's just so many people. I feel like that's why some banks are just like, gosh, if we do turn on the faucet, like it's a lot of people, so I think that's why it's being delayed and stalled. And y'all, we'll see some banks collapse. It'll be smaller banks collapse for sure. Like, I mean, and then I guess JP Morgan Chase will just buy them up, but we'll see small banks collapse, like especially with like commercial real estate. They said 70% of commercial real estate is held by smaller banks. So we're gonna see small banks going. Even Jerome Powell said that. He was like, I expect smaller banks to collapse. It's gonna be some banks that are gonna go under. So we'll see, you guys. But yeah, that's what happens when a homeowner, they just walk away. That's what my client got up and moved. He is in Washington right now. And his brother called me and was like, my brother's walking away from his house. Reach out to him. So I'm trying to sell his house, but he's already gone. Like that was his plan to leave. So, you know, when you get so far behind, you open up your mortgage statement and you owe $40,000. Like, what do you know, like, you can't come up with 40,000. Some people just walk away. So, I mean, I guess they feel like their credit's already, you ain't paid in a year. Look, miss one mortgage payment, they're gonna hit your credit. So if you haven't paid in a year, like, I don't know. So look, it's up to us. Like we some Power Rangers in here. It's up to us to reach out to these people in pre-foreclosure and save them. But yes, and I know people always ask me like, what am I doing? Am I selling them? Am I buying them? Am I wholesaling them? That's what everybody wants to know. So I will be completely transparent and say that I do all of the above. Whatever it takes is what I do. If the deal is a good wholesale deal, I'm going to wholesale it. If there's no profit margin and I need to put it on the market, I'm going to put it on the market, right? If it's a good deal and I want it, then I'm gonna make an offer on it myself, right? It just depends on the house. I do all of the above is what I do. Or I'll sell it to an investor, right? I know all the investors at the auction. So when somebody who's going up for auction calls me, I will just text every bidder at the auction and say, I got it, who wants it? And so that's what I do basically. I have become my own MLS. That was the goal, right? I wanted to be the foreclosure person here, and that's what I want y'all to do. I wish some of y'all would just, I see you with your hand up, Melissa. NJ, are you in New Jersey? Is that where you are? Y'all just start reporting on your, like, that's what I did. Like, I didn't just I am an auctioneer, but I started making videos about the distressed market. Like I started finding articles and I just started reading them and recording videos. And that's how half of y'all found me, right? I used to try to memorize the articles and now y'all see me in my videos. I'm just like reading straight from the paper, recording and reading. I used to try to memorize it, but I'm like, I ain't trying to memorize no more. Y'all don't care. So, I mean, y'all could do the same thing. And now people are like, my brother's in foreclosure. Can they call you? Yep, they can call me. Like that's what I wanted to happen. I wanted to be that foreclosure person, right? So when they do come, they can call me, right? That's the plan. And I can help them. So don't let me act like that, y'all. There are some people I just go over to their house and help them fill out modification paperwork, and that's it. Or I refer them to like United Housing and they get assistance to pay their mortgage, right? If I can help them, I help them. If they need to sell, then I will help them sell too, right? And I usually tell people like, look, when you get to that end point where the bank is like, no. And I'm starting to see a lot more banks like Mr. Cooper was like, no. Like, she's not on here. She might be gone now. Like, we put in an offer on a guy's house, and usually I can put a contract on a house and the bank will postpone it. Mr. Cooper was like, no, it's too late. It's going up for auction. So I feel like a lot of these banks are probably like, at this point, we ain't talked to y'all in a year. Y'all haven't paid your mortgage. We're tired at this point. Like, no. So, or they're like, we got an investor that'll buy it at the auction. So the homeowner is just out of time, right? So I think that's what's happening too. But, and there's a point, if you work with people in foreclosure, I always say this, there is a point where the bank won't take your partial payment anymore. I always tell homeowners that, like they'll say, I called, I tried to send in a payment, they won't take my payment. You're right. Once you get to a certain point in foreclosure, If you cannot pay that entire past due balance, they don't want your money at all. So when people owe $40,000 and $50,000, they're like, I tried to send in. No, you're right. They will not take your money anymore. They want that full balance. That's what the mortgage guy said. You either got to pay that full balance, pay your entire loan off, or your house is going up for auction. And that's what they told one of my clients. I was like, oof, okay. So, but my point is, and it's also like, y'all know I can talk, it's already 10:10. If you watch me on YouTube, y'all, I can talk. We're gonna be on here all night. But another thing that I have like that happened. I had a client reach out to me, right? And this is my point. The squeaky wheel gets the oil, is what I want to tell y'all. Client reached out to me in foreclosure. I put her house on the market, talked to the bank. I said, we're gonna try to sell it. Boom. They said, okay, we're gonna give you 2 weeks, sell it. 2 weeks came, I couldn't move it, right? Like the house was backed up to a lake. Like it was just not, it was a bad deal to begin with. Talked to the mortgage guy, was like, I can't move it in this amount of time. He's like, it's going up for auction tomorrow. I said, cool. Went up for auction. He called me back and I was like, he's like, the bank bought it back. I was like, well, can I list it for the bank? And he was like, send me a listing agreement. I was like, boom. So then I got that listing with the bank, So my point is to y'all, like for me, if the door crack open a little bit, I'm gonna try to go on all the way through the door, right? So I got in there with him, got in with the bank, trying to save the property. And then I made that ask for, can I list it too? And he was like, yeah. So y'all, I'm gonna be the best listing agent that he'd ever had in his whole life, because I want all the listings for the bank. So all I'm saying is make the ask. You know what I mean? If you get to do. So use that as an example too. Once you make that connection, I have a whole Excel spreadsheet full of my contacts at the banks. Like when I work with clients and I send over offers, like Mr. Cooper, Volunteer Mortgage, I'm like, okay, this is who I talk to when I reach out to Volunteer. I'm trying to make those connections, right? That is the whole plan. Okay, you guys, it's 10:12. We can go all night, but that ain't the plan, right? I got to take my kid to school in the morning. What is your average budget for mailing? I don't know, because that's a big write-off on my taxes for sure. I don't know, y'all. I buy rolls of stamps. Like maybe at the end of the year, that's what I need to think about. Like, how much do I spend on, if I had to say, like a book of stamps is like $64 at this point, right? And I buy envelopes for 20, y'all. I don't know, 60, 70, 80, maybe $100 a month, maybe 150 a month, 100, a book of stamps, envelopes. I mean, I guess if I'm counting paper and ink and all that, right? But I always look at it like, I can go out to eat and spend that same amount of money and not blink, honestly. I'm not going to blink when the check come out and so I'm like, I'm not going to blink when it come to buying stamps and envelopes and mailing, because I can spend it on food in a second and not think twice. So I'm definitely going to spend it in my business, always. So I was probably when you said Beaumont, Texas had so many foreclosures. Yeah, they were 77702, Beaumont, Texas, wasn't it? That's the zip code there. Top 10, number 5, I think, Beaumont, Texas, and some little counties in California. Newark, New Jersey was on that list too. With the zip code, yes. Look, I see you, Melissa. You better go after them people in a good way. I meant that in the nicest way possible. You better go after them people. I meant that nicely. Do you ever assume loans so that you and your buyer can inherit a lower interest rate? I have not. I have not assumed a loan, but I think creative financing is a great way. I'm not against creative financing. I'm just saying that I just have not done it. I know some people do subject to. That's just not my lane, but I know people do it, right? Just because I haven't does not mean it's not doable, right? Just make sure you know what you're doing when it comes to subject to and assuming. Because assuming is that not that subject to is not legit, but assuming is when you go directly to the bank and talk to the bank. Subject to is when you just talk to that homeowner and go that route, right? So I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to watch videos on subject to and that kind of stuff, just so I know. I see y'all making networking. That's right. That's right. What is the remedy for the owner? Can they get a modification investor steps in to wholesale or short sell? What is the remedy for the owner? So the remedy, like, as in sell it, like Melissa, like, look, Melissa, that's the remedy. I'm selling it and taking it off their hands. Is that what you mean though? What is the remedy? Like, they're selling it so they get out, so they avoid the auction, right? And if they got some equity in it, like that California house we just looked at, somebody should have reached out to them. Their opening bid was 200,000 and it sold for 1.2 million. That'd have been a good deal for somebody right there. I'm telling you. But yeah, that's the remedy. So they don't lose it at auction, right? And they don't have that big foreclosure. And maybe they'll get some money from it, depending on, what kind of equity they got. What contract do you use for wholesale? A good old assignment contract. Y'all want my assignment contract? Just a good old a good average. I had one of the hedge funds send me their, do I work with hedge funds? Yes. Do I work with smaller investors? Yes. Do I give priority to my smaller investors? Absolutely. Like if I got smaller investors who I know that are local, absolutely. If I got a property that I cannot move and I know a hedge fund will pick it up, yes, I will sell it to them. Yes. Hello, Ashley. I'm gonna look through some of the sites you sent, and one was Bank of America that featured this commercial property. Look at you, Isaac. Baby Isaac done put a whole deal in this chat for me to analyze with him. It is listed at $1, but obviously it's not going to sell for that. What does this likely mean? I think in some of those cases, like, because Miami and them have those like $100 opening bids, and I don't know. Isn't it like somebody explained what that dollar opening bid was, but I'm assuming it's a reserve bid for sure. Y'all know the difference between reserve and absolute bid, right? Reserve means they got to meet a certain point or it won't sell. Absolute is like what I do at the courthouse. The highest bidder gets it. Like you can bid $1 over at the courthouse and you get the property. So, but a reserve bid means the bank has a certain reserve that has to be met before it sells, right? So I'm assuming if that opening bid is $1, it's a reserve somewhere in there. Okay, you guys, I don't know what else I have for y'all. Kind of gave you my whole life right there and all the information in it. PropWire is going to be your best friend if you use it. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. All of the resources that I have are in the chat. I will send out the replay tomorrow. Give me at least 24 hours because y'all gonna be in, not y'all, but the people who did not come are going to send me an email tomorrow and be like, I missed it. I got caught in traffic. I had a flat tire. Can I get the replay? Send out the replay tomorrow within at least, give me 24 hours and I will get the replay out to everybody. All
Hello,
the
I have a quick
websites.
question.
Oh, you got a question? Okay, my bad.
Hi, my name is Sunny. I had emailed you earlier. I'm located out in Los Angeles, and
Yeah.
I know you said Central Time, so I'm just now getting on here. But it was a paper. We could work out a better time than me too. But it was a paper I sent you that was from the sheriff sales from like the downtown Los Angeles downtown courthouse.
Yeah.
And I just need help, like kind of understanding and navigating it, because it will have the prices of like whatever they owe, 13,000, 14,000, whatever. But different papers will have sometimes more than one amount, and it was
Yeah.
really weird. And so I just needed help kind of understanding like that paper and stuff moving forward.
I got you. I think I saw your email too. I think I responded to you, didn't I? Didn't I say give me?
You did. You did, and you told me to join your Zoom because you're in Tennessee, right?
I am.
Or okay. So what time is it out there right now?
Sonny, you done got in this chat at 10:20.
Yeah. See, so you guys are now. I know you're 2 hours, and 2 hours and about a minute ahead. So that's good to know. I just now see my email, but like just looking at the paper and stuff, it's just It's
I
some of
got
it
you,
is
Sonny.
straightforward, but yeah, it's just a lot too, like verbiage and everything.
I'm gonna look at it. I think you sent it to me. No, I think I responded and said, "Give me till in the morning. Let me look over this sheet." Is what I
Oh,
think I
okay, because it was weird. It showed Hermosa Beach, and it was like, okay, the property owes 6,000. I can understand that, but I'm just like, ain't no way people starting to bid this property in
Yeah,
Hermosa for that. So I just don't. The fine print. I just need help with that.
I got you, Sonny. I'm gonna help you. Let me when I look over it, I promise I'm gonna respond to you. And because I need to look because it's a sheriff's sale. I saw the paper.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
yeah, I saw it. I need in the opening bid. I mean, the opening bid was kind of low too. So
Yeah.
I'll look at it and see because I know sheriff's sales are a little different, right? So, um, when I get off here, I will look at it. I feel like I'm on the phone with you. Like I'm over here talking into the computer. Yes. So I'm gonna respond back to your email in the morning.
Okay. In the morning, that's cool. Is it cool we communicate like if we could try to set up a time like what works best for you to probably talk on Zoom or whatever works for you. I'll email whatever.
Got you. I will. Look at Sonny. Sonny that came in here. Sonny would like on those commercials. It'd be like when somebody come in late and want to start talking all the conversation.
Just
Yeah,
hijack.
I was a closed mouth don't get
You're
fed.
right,
So I
Sonny. Look,
just
I would have done the same thing. I would have done the same thing. I know I just got here, but I got you.
right.
And I got your email. I saw it. And I
All right.
said, yeah. So let me look over it though, because I don't want to give you the wrong information, honestly. Look,
Yeah, I appreciate it. Sorry to just barge in like that.
you didn't. This the end. You ain't barged in. It's the end
Oh,
of
okay.
it.
Cool.
Good night. Great
Hey, Ashley.
conversation, information. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for
Ashley,
coming. Huh?
real quick, this is Kristen. We are in the same city,
Yeah.
same county.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to know, do you offer consultations? I know you have us now. I was going in and out, coming back to the video because I had some stuff at home to handle. But do you have like a phone consultation or a Zoom consultation if you just want to get a little bit more clarity on something? I did come back to where I saw that you had the 90-day.
But you just got a question. You just got a question about something.
Yeah, I do. It's more with the foreclosures and the tax and the tax liens, So tax liens, you auction those too, correct?
I do not.
Yes,
I do
you do
not.
not.
Y'all want me to do tax liens so
Yes,
bad. Y'all,
because tax liens seem like now our REOs are beautiful, but tax liens seem like they're still a little bit more affordable,
yeah, for
for
sure.
cash.
For sure.
So,
Tax liens, for sure. And I did a masterclass on that I think in January was the tax lien masterclass. Yeah, for sure. Hold on. I'm gonna drop the tax site in the chat for y'all real quick. So you can
I know,
have that.
I know today you had I wanted to come to the courthouse today because I know you had you auctioned off some properties. It was one property that I was so interested in for myself, actually. It was a foreclosed home. It was a very high open bid. It was in Cordova, but
Yeah.
I couldn't make it. And so I went back on the property and I didn't see it anymore. Just because I don't see it on the auction doesn't mean that it got sold, right? Doesn't mean like,
Not
'cause you said
necessarily. Not they could have canceled, they could have filed bankruptcy. It does not necessarily mean that it could have been postponed. Most auctions get postponed, honestly.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Maybe email me the address and I will look it up for you and see what the status of it is.
I
If you
didn't
want to.
screenshot the address.
I got you.
didn't screenshot it. So I just wanted to, I'm coming to the next one. I'm taking your advice just to come and just get a feel of it. So I can be like, Ashley. So you can do, name the face. So when you see Kristen, you're gonna know it's me.
Yes,
Me.
I'm be like, I got you. Y'all, it's so funny. People do come. They be like, I saw you on YouTube. I'll be like, I don't mind. I don't know. I don't think other auctioneers, I don't know if they're as friendly as I am, but I don't mind, talking to people and answering questions. Just don't come up to me when I'm dealing with money. That's all I
I
say.
got you. Yes,
When I'm
ma'am.
doing money, let me handle that. And then I will talk to, I'll answer any question that you want me to answer when it comes to auctions, for sure. And
All
yes,
right. Thank you.
yeah, all my links are over there. All the websites, if you didn't get the websites, check the chat, y'all. All the links are in there. All my letters, everything is in one place, honestly. You guys, I will have another mentorship masterclass next month, probably. You guys, my email is, I'm putting it in the chat right now, youragentAshley@gmail.com. I know y'all have it because you got my email to come in here. And if you ever get like an email from me, hit reply and they come back to me. Like I get all those, all you do is hit reply on my emails and they come back to me. I mean, I can respond to them. It's me answering. It is me. So, but you get money from fees, correct? Carla? Let's close on this. Thick thighs, save lives. Thank you, Jamal. Are those your closing words? We not going. Why did I even say that? I don't even know why I chose. I should have said like Memphis Tiger 23 or something like that. So, okay, you guys, that is all that I have. I'll be live on YouTube on Sunday at 8 o'clock. I'm on Instagram, Your Agent Ashley, YouTube. You guys, thanks. I hope y'all learned something, got something from this. I hope this makes you go on PropWire and reach out to people and get you some deals. And I see you, Chris. I see you over there. All right, you guys, that is it. I'm closing out. You know, we don't know how to say goodbye, but we're going to do it tonight. Like it take forever for me to hang up the phone. So goodbye, Wanda, Cantor, Patrina, Melissa, Chris, Danita, Jose, got it. Dolores, B. I'm not going to call everybody name because baby, we're going to be on here all night.
Good night. Bless you.
Bye, you guys. Bye. Bye. Y'all hang up. I feel like it. Bye, you guys.
Hosea, Ashley, Hosea.
Hosea, I got you. Got it. Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night. Have a good night. I know.
Thanks, Ashley.
Bye, you guys.
Great presentation.
Good night, Ashley. Thank you.
You're welcome. Go buy some
Good job,
property.
Ashley. You're good at what you do.
Thank
You're
you.
the best.
Good
My
night.
name-
Thank you.
Ashley.
Bye,
Good
you
night.
guys.
Good night.
Y'all know I'm gonna wave bye until bye, you guys. I see you, Danita. Thanks, Danita. All right, you guys. Until next time, a replay will be out. If you're watching the replay, all the links will be with the replay as well. Okay, you guys.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
hanging
you.
up. Hanging up. I see you, Melissa. I saw that. You need to take over New Jersey, Melissa. Okay, look, hit me up. I'm telling you. Okay, bye. I'm hanging up for real, you guys. See you.
All right, peace, y'all.
Bye.